the pain, boom, just like hits me. So about 2 weeks ago, I was experiencing a very, very slight discomfort on my gum. Now it was near my like molar that's like the furthest back on the bottom. And so what I just do, I just gargle salt water and it's usually gone the next day. So I did that. It was not gone the next day. So I kept doing it for like 4 nights straight. The last night though, I mean on the fourth night, I was like, all right, well, something has to give because it's very, very small discomfort, but like it's there. So I did some research and I was like, okay, let me switch it out. It might be an infection. And usually I'm like, yeah, I can treat an infection by myself. Let me just pull out the essential oils, right? So what I did was I actually used a water pick, which I usually do not use, but I busted out the water pick and I just like went ham. I'm like, okay, maybe there's like, I don't know, maybe there's like something stuck in my tooth that's like causing the irritation. Water pick is a water flosser, by the way. And then so I did that and I also did the warm saltwater gargle like normal, but I did put some tea tree essential oils. And that's really good for like antibacterial, anti-everything bad. I love tea tree oil. Everything seemed good. I went to bed and then I woke up. Already, I felt it. I felt like my gum had increased like 3 times its size and just in that back area. And I couldn't even close my mouth all the way. Like I couldn't touch my teeth together because I felt like my gum was like if I did that, I would be chewing on like my cheek or whatever. It was just horrible. The pain wasn't exorbitantly bad at this time. Is that a word, exorbitantly? Well, it is today, right? So the pain wasn't like bad at this point. It was just like uncomfortable. And I knew like whatever I did last night, like I done messed up because it's like really uncomfortable right now, like so much worse than it had been. This particular day just happened to be the day that I had to be at the courthouse in the morning to do a swearing in for CASA. It's basically an advocate for kids, and we had been doing the trainings for a few weeks now, and this was kind of like our graduation, our swearing in. It's very official. And so I mean, as excited as I was to do this and to like get my certificate and to like be a part of this, it's just like it could not have been at a worse time, right? I felt like my face was slowly swelling up. At this point, the pain isn't bad. It's starting to get more uncomfortable though. So I stand up to the side and I start calling some dentists around the area. Oh, by the way, I don't have dental insurance, so that's another thing I'm like stressing about. I'm like, I'm not trying to drop a couple $100s for this issue. So I'm over here trying to find like cheap dentists or like, programs, whatever, for people that don't have any dental insurance. Everyone I'm calling, they're like, no availability for today. Like, one lady even had the audacity to tell me, like, oh yeah, we can get you in 2 weeks. I'm like, lady, this is an emergency. Like, I gotta get in today. Anyways, it's not her fault. But yeah, no. Every place that I called had no availability for same day, and I was crushed. But anyways, we went into court, took the pictures. We leave the office, and I'm getting some gas, and I kept looking, right? I kept calling places. Called this office. It's about an hour-ish away from me. But I mean, I was desperate at this point. And lo and behold, they said that they can get me in. And the time was 9:30. They were like, yeah, we can get you in at 10:30. Can you come at that time? I'm like, I mean, yeah, if I leave literally right now, I could probably get there at 10:30. So that's exactly what I did. And it turns out that this dental office has a sliding scale payment options. This is really great for people that don't have insurance because they'll work with you. I kind of have a beef with the dental industry as well as the health insurance industry, but I'll get to that a little bit later. And so the dentist, everything went smooth. She looked at me and she's like, have you eaten anything that might have gotten stuck? I was like, no. She's like, you got your wisdom teeth taken out? I was like, yeah, like more than 10 years ago. So it's like nothing was adding up. And I was almost positive it was an infection and all I needed to get was some antibiotics and be on my merry way. And she was like, no, like it's not an infection, it's not showing up. She prescribed this like special mouthwash and she was like, just, do this, get some pain pills and you should be good to go. I was kind of blown because I'm just like, I almost was positive it was an infection, like a tooth infection or something. And she was like, it's not even the tooth, it's the actual gum. Okay, leaving the dental office was the worst. And I forgot to mention, the whole ride there, like maybe right when I was at the gas station, when they booked the appointment right at like 9:30, the pain, boom, just like hits me. I told you I was not in pain before. Now I'm in pain, and it's just like I've never had any dental problems. I've never had any issues with like my mouth area when it comes to like injury. So I had no idea. When I've heard people say like, dental pain is one of the worst pains. I believe him now because oh my gosh, when I tell you, I was over here with like my water on my face, just trying to find some relief. Right there, I'm like in pain the whole time in the waiting room. The whole time they're like looking at it, right? And then the whole ride back, it's just like agony. And I can't even, mind you, I cannot even touch my teeth together, so I can't eat. right? But I can't take the pain pill on an empty stomach. So I get a smoothie, right? I try to get it down as best as I could. It was just the worst. So I go home, do the mouthwash, and I try to eat some like uh this like it's like oatmeal, but like more smooth. It's like without the pieces. I did that. I ate a yogurt, and I mean that was it for the day. The next day, praise God, it seemed like the mouthwash worked, and I was able to at least start touching my teeth together, and I was able from then on. I mean, it was smooth sailing. So every day it's getting better and better and better, and I realized what had caused my injury. It was a water flosser. I literally, because I guess I was having a little bit of issues beforehand, so when I blasted it with the water flosser, boom, it like ripped my gum, and it was so bad, man. I wish I took a picture, but like my whole gum was like detached from my tooth, and it's still kind of like that, but there's no pain. But yeah, I completely ripped my gum apart, I guess you could say. Yeah. So that's just a cautionary tale. I guess my main point in making this video is one, to share my experience that was crazy. And two is to tell, if you don't have dental insurance and you need to go to a dentist, look up a sliding scale dentist near me. All right. You'd be surprised how many nonprofit dental organizations are around you. Like I had no idea. And especially if you're low income, you can pay like a significantly reduced fee. It's just out there, you just gotta look for it. Because let me tell you what, there are organizations that genuinely want to help out the community and are not totally money hungry. I'm not sure why dental insurance isn't together with health insurance, because dental issues can affect the whole entire body. But I also do have issues with the health insurance industry. There are definitely ways to live without health insurance. You don't have to be feared into getting it, but if you want the peace of mind, or if you do go in for medical stuff and you want to have something, a great alternative to health insurance is called a health care sharing. No, it's called a health care sharing, health healthcare cost sharing plan. Sorry, it's a lot of words. Healthcare cost sharing. Yeah. So another a great alternative to health insurance is something called a healthcare cost sharing plan. It's pretty much everyone pitches in, and when someone needs something, they pay out. And so it's great because it's so much cheaper, because they don't have the same expenses and overhead as regular health insurance. And there's no confusing like co-insurance, co-pays, deductibles. Like health insurance is I'm not gonna say it's a scam. They really do be taking people for a ride, and it kind of gets me mad. Anyways, look into the health sharing stuff. Don't just be joining any old health sharing program. All right, make sure like do your research. Make sure they actually pay out. I'll list a couple down in the description, but again, do your own research and just see what's out there. So back to dental. If you don't have dental insurance but you want to have a little something, there's something called a dental savings plan. I'll link the one I have used in the past down in the description. Basically, you pay a one-time fee. Well, it's an annual fee. You pay an annual fee, less than $100, and you get like discounted prices on different procedures, which I think is pretty cool. I'm gonna try to like go my whole life without getting dental insurance, just because I really just don't like that industry. Anyways, that brings me to my last topic, is that how to take care of your teeth so that you don't have to depend on dentists. Because I don't like going to the dentist. It's not because I'm scared of it, although it is like not pleasant, but it's just because you don't know if they like will tell you the truth. There's very awesome and honest dentists, but like there's also the opposite, just like in any industry. How are you to know if they're telling you the truth and they're telling you, oh yeah, you got to get a filling, and then just messing up your teeth? So I'm gonna tell you some ways to really take care of your teeth so you don't have to depend on dentists. They say that you should go get a cleaning every 6 months. I mean, if it were up to me, I would never go to a dentist ever again. And it's actually funny because I went on a little rant. Now, I actually came across this dentist that she has a YouTube channel, and she is actually exposing the dental industry herself, which is really cool. Coming from an actual dentist, and she basically came up with a protocol that helps people never to have to go get a professional cleaning or like scaling, nothing like that ever again. And she's pretty much used her and her family as like guinea pigs, I guess. I mean, she said she's gone after like years and years to get a checkup, and she says there's been no plaque, nothing on her teeth. And so I'm just like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna try it and just see what's up, because I mean, I don't want to go to a dentist ever again. So I've been doing, her protocol for about 6 months, and I'm happy to report that I did not have any cavities. I did have a little tiny bit of plaque, but to be honest, I just bought some dental equipment from Amazon, and I'm just gonna, if I do get it, I'm just gonna do it myself. Like, I'm just gonna be real. I'm just gonna do it myself. Do not do that at home, okay, y'all? Like, It's probably not really smart, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna be really careful. I just feel like dentists aren't incentivized to tell you how to keep your mouth like an optimal, perfect level, because if they did that, you would never go back to them, right? Me, like dentists, like if God forbid, you chip a tooth or something like that, okay, go in, fix it up. But like for like a cleaning, for cavities, I feel like we should know how to like avoid that so we don't have to depend on them. By the way, a random thought that came to me a couple years ago, I did go to the dentist because I had a couple cavities, or so they say, right? Anyways, I did not want to get the drug injected into me to numb my mouth. So I did it completely without any numbing. And I was like, I thought it was going to hurt so bad because, like, why would they offer numbing if it doesn't hurt, right? It did not even hurt. It was barely nothing. I have a video, like, I vlogged it. But if you have cavities and they tell you you need a filling, don't think that you have to spend the extra money on numbing. Just like thug it out. It doesn't even hurt. Well, it didn't hurt me. Okay, now here are some things that I do to avoid cavities. First off is every single time I eat, I'll take some xylitol. It's like a little xylitol pills, not pills, it's like a mint. But that helps balance out the pH. Obviously, you want the mouth to be like more alkaline versus acidic. Cavities thrive in acidic mouth environments or whatever. So I'll leave the ones that I use down in the description. It's not sponsored, although it'd be cool if I was. So second thing, again, every single time after I eat, I'll try to brush my teeth, especially if I've eaten something with sugar. So if I've eaten a candy, a dessert, a drink, when I'm done, I'll go straight to brush my teeth because you don't want that sugar to sit on your teeth all day until like you're about to go to bed and brush your teeth at night. So that's just a habit I've built up. If I'm out and about, I don't go as far as to taking my toothpaste or toothbrush with me if I'm out and about, but if I'm home, I'll brush my teeth. Next thing that I'm really aware of is I don't sip all day. A lot of people I feel like sip something all day, whether it be coffee or like an iced tea. Obviously, if it has sugar, that's not great. But what happens when we sip all day, even if it's just water, because I would sip water all day, right? Is that it dilutes the good bacteria in our mouths and like flushes it out. And then once again, the body has to try to rebalance that pH. Just like we eat at certain times, and then we drink at certain times, and then we're good. I mean, for the most part, that's best practice. Obviously, we're gonna snack sometimes. We're gonna, that's fine. Like we don't have to be super strict about it, but that's a general good rule to follow. I actually learned that from the dentist I mentioned. I think her name's like Dr. Ellie. It's been a while since I've seen her. I just do her protocol and then been doing it for months now. For the most part, this is pretty basic stuff. I didn't mention brushing 2-3 times a day. I feel like that's a given. But I know a lot of people can relate to brushing, flossing, doing all the things, but still getting cavities. So that's why I was really open to doing this protocol that I mentioned. So I want to go into that really quickly. So all it is a couple mouthwashes, like in a certain order with this toothpaste right here. It's like bottom shelf. Oh, I also forgot. Scrape your tongue, okay? That's important. But anyways, her protocol is literally just this cheap toothpaste, right? And I'll link it down below. It's literally things you can find at Walmart, but it just has to be done in a certain order. And that's it. Just do it like twice a day. So that's what I've been doing. And I feel like, oh my gosh, the first time, every single time I do it, like your teeth is going to feel so smooth and like, anyways. Yes, these things do have fluoride. Not all of the things, but a lot of them do have fluoride. So if you're anti-fluoride, which I kind of am, but like, hey, my health of my mouth and my teeth seems to be flourishing because of it. So I'm okay to do this for now, at least. I don't think I'm gonna be doing this forever, but so far I'm seeing results. So like, why not keep going, right? Yeah, those are some things that I do to keep myself out of the dentist. Ever since I started doing this protocol, I wouldn't have gone to the dentist probably in years if it wasn't for this, this gum issue. But it was good because it kind of confirmed that I was doing the right thing because I mean everything looked good aside from my injury. So I guess that turned out good. This is not dental advice. Ha ha ha. You see what I did there? This is just what I do. This channel is all about saving money, all about efficient living, simplicity. So if you enjoy that, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you always know when I upload. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, God bless.